Greetings for the day. Welcome to another talk session. I am Mohammed Rahmatli, and in today's talk session, we are going to speak about some of the important part of our daily life that we face and how we as an individual can cope up. These all are my individual experiences and individual words. This all the things that I am saying are my own views on this particular topic, and I'll try my best to make these things very much simple so that you all can understand in a better way. I'll be speaking in English as well as Hindi, and in some parts I'll be using some of the words with reference to Urdu also. If at all if you're not able to understand anything, just comment below. I'll reply you with the best of the things I can do. Now, the life or the things or the motivation or the things we do in day to day life is to keep ourselves updated or to keep ourselves in a way so that others can listen to you. Humans are made in such a way that they want attention of us, others, and they want others to speak about themselves in front of others. So this is the reason why humans try their best to do some or other things to make themselves different from others. इंसान और जो इंसानियत है, ये दो अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं. इंसान वो है जिसको खुदा ने बनाया. इंसानियत वो है जो इंसान एक दूसरे के साथ रखता है. अल्लाह ताला ने सबको इंसानियत दी है. जब उसने इंसान बनाया तो उसने इंसान के अंदर इंसानियत को भी डाला. कुछ लोगों के पास ज़्यादा डाला है, कुछ लोगों के पास कम डाला है, कुछ लोगों के पास एक्सेसिव अमाउंट में डाला है और कुछ लोगों को बहुत ही कम इंसानियत दी है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो गलत हैं, वो चाह कर भी वो चीज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं. हो सकता है कि वो कोशिश कर रहे हो लेकिन हर उस बार वो फेल हो रहे हों. और इंसान जो कभी कोई चीज़ में फेल होता है तो उसको दोबारा करने के लिए किसी की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. या वो इंसान हो सकता है, या कोई इसका दोस्त हो सकता है, या कोई इसके पेरेंट्स हो सकते हैं, या उसके कोई फैमिली रिलेटिव्स हो सकते हैं, या उसका कोई वेल विशर होता है जो उसको अपने बारे में याद दिलाए कि तुम इस काबिल हो कि तुम ये कर सकते हो और तुम ये करने की काबिलियत रखते हो, तुम ये करने की पोटेंशियल रखते हो, तुम ये करने के अंदर अपने अंदर उतने पोटेंशियल रखते हो. तो उसको याद दिलाने का नाम होता है मोटिवेशन. उसको कहते हैं मोटिवेशन. और इंसान को हर लाइफ के हर मोड़ पर मोटिवेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. ख्वाह वो अकेले हो, चाहे वो ग्रुप में हो, चाहे वो इंडिविजुअल लाइफ गुजार रहा हो, चाहे वो सोशल लाइफ गुजार रहा हो, चाहे वो हज़ार लोगों के बीच में क्यों ना हो. अगर उसने अपना कॉन्फिडेंस खो दिया है, या उसको कुछ ऐसी चीज़ मिली है जिसमें वो फेल हो गया है, या कोई ऐसा काम जो करना चाहता था लेकिन बार बार फेल हो रहा है, तो उसी वजह से उस आदमी का मोरल डाउन होता है और वो अपने आप को तन्हा और अकेला महसूस करता है. ज़िंदगी में हर किसी की ज़िंदगी में एक टाइम ऐसा आता है, कौन से काम करने के वक्त भी, जब वो अपने आप को तन्हा अकेला महसूस करता है और उसके सामने हर चीज़ ब्लैक हो जाती है, हर चीज़ ब्लैंक हो जाती है उसके सामने, और हर चीज़ ब्लैक हो जाती है. उसको कोई चीज़ समझ नहीं आती कि क्या करना है और क्या नहीं करना. इस नाजुक वक्त में अगर आपने ये ठान लिया कि जो कुछ भी हुआ सो हुआ, अब मुझे अपनी ज़िंदगी नए सिरे से शुरू करनी है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि यू आर अलाइव. आप अभी ज़िंदा हैं, आप कुछ चीज़ करना चाहते हैं. हो सकता है आप 99 टाइम्स फेल हुए हों, लेकिन एक वन जो आपका जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप है उसको आपको फिर से ट्राई करते रहना है. आप उसको ट्राई करते रहना है. सक्सेस का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप कोई चीज़ अचीव कर लिए. सक्सेस का मतलब ये है कि जब ज़िंदगी ने आपको बैकलैश कर दिया, ज़िंदगी ने आपको हरा दिया, तो उसको फिर से एक बार ये कहना है कि आई एम बैक. इसका नाम होता है मोटिवेशन. इसका नाम होता है कोई कोई चीज़ को हराना, या कोई चीज़ को अपने अंदर एंथुजियास्टिक करके बताना. इस चीज़ का नाम होता है मोटिवेशन। तो मोटिवेशन ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर वक्त सेल्फ आए। हम कभी किसी को देख कर एडमायर करते हैं कि काश हम भी ऐसा बने। कभी हम खुश होते हैं तो लोगों को देखते हैं कि कितनी अच्छी तरक्की कर लिया, हम भी मोटिवेट होते हैं कि हम भी कुछ करेंगे। या तो कुछ ऐसे मोमेंट्स आते हैं जिसमें आप समझते हैं कि मुझे भी ये चीज़ करनी चाहिए। मोटिवेशन अलग अलग जगह से अलग अलग तरीके से आ सकता है। एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल मैं आपको देता हूँ, जो मैंने सुना था कि नेपोलियन बोनापार्ट एक जंग लड़ रहा था। तो जब उसकी कंडीशन कुछ कम होने लगी कि वो हारने की कगार पे आने लगा, वो हारने लगा, तो छुपने के लिए कगार में आया। तो उसने देखा कि एक चूंटी, एक छोटी सी चूंटी खाने का दाना लेकर दीवार पर चढ़ रही है और उसको उस दीवार के अंदर वाले हिस्से में जाना है, लेकिन वो बार बार गिर रही है। वो कोशिश कर रही है, फिर गिर रही है, वो कोशिश कर रही है, फिर गिर रही है। तो इससे नेपोलियन बोनापार्ट ने सोचा कि जब इस जो चूंटी इतनी छोटी से रहकर कोशिश कर रही है, मैं तो एक इंसान हूँ, क्यों ना फिर से मैं भी एक बार कोशिश करूँ। वो फिर से वापस मैदान में जाता है, वॉर एरिया में जाता है और उस वॉर को जीत जाता है। तो ये कहानियाँ जो है सुनने के लिए अच्छी लगती हैं, इंस्पिरेशन देने के लिए अच्छी लगती है, लेकिन इस इंस्पिरेशन को एज अ लॉन्ग टर्म लेकर चलना ये सबसे बड़ा टास्क है। इसमें इंस्पिरेशन को लेकर चलना ये एक बहुत बड़ा टास्क है जो हमको फॉलो अप करना है। होता ये है कि हम कुछ देर के लिए मोटिवेट हो जाते हैं, फिर हमको कोई अच्छा रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता, फिर हम उसके लिए वो हो जाते हैं कि डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं कि हम ये काम नहीं कर सकते। नहीं, आप वो काम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसके लिए आपको डेडिकेशन और आपको उसके लिए कंसिस्टेंट रहना ज़रूरी है। हमारे पास कंसिस्टेंसी की बहुत कमी है, और क्या बोलना चाहिए, उसके पीछे कंटिन्यू काम करने की हमको ज़रूरत है। तो उसके लिए हमको सोचना ये चाहिए कि जब भी आप कोई चीज़ के लिए मोटिवेट हो रहे हो, सबसे अहम चीज़ जो आपको सोचना है वो ये है कि आप पलट कर ये सोचें, क्या ये मेरे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है करना। इज़ इट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी? गो बैक एंड चेक why I am getting motivated for this particular thing. Is it necessary for this particular time of span, or is it very much needed for this instance? For instance, मैंने किसी एक अच्छे पियानो आदमी को देखा कि अच्छा पियानो बजा रहा है, किसी अच्छे आदमी को देखा जो गिटार बजा रहा है। आप ये समझ लें कि नहीं, मुझे कल से गिटार बजाना सीखना है। आपने मोटिवेट हो गए उससे, आप उससे इंस्पिरेशन लिए और आप 5 दिन, 4 दिन, 10 दिन, 1 महीना कंटिन्यू करें, लेकिन आप बजा नहीं पा रहे, तो आप डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं। आप डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं कि आप वो चीज़ नहीं कर पाएंगे, आप वो चीज़ नहीं कर पाएंगे। उस मोमेंट ऑफ टाइम में आपको उस रीज़न को याद करना है कि आपने इसको स्टार्ट क्यों किया था, क्या वजह थी जो आप इसको स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं। यू शुड गो बैक एंड चेक वाई आई स्टार्टेड दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग, what was the need I started this particular thing. If at all, if you have started with a particular motivation and intention that I want to achieve this particular thing, then it will again give you some courage to do the things again, and you will get motivated for that particular thing. So this is the first point you should remember. You should look back to why I started this particular thing. You should look back why I needed this particular thing. This is the first thing. And second thing, to get motivated is not to start the thing at a sudden. If at all, if you are getting motivated, make that thing with 5 minutes of task on daily basis. Give it a 5 minute and uh, extend it with reference to time. Extend it with reference to time and try to see that you are consistent for that particular thing. You are consistent to that particular thing. uh, my father used to give me an example of a place, like, there used to be a public places where you used to get water from, or you can say public taps from where you used to get the water. And at that time, like at my father's time, they used to get water from the public taps. There was no personal and private connections for every particular house. So my father used to tell me, below that tap there used to be a stone, onto which from the tap a drop used to drop on that particular stone with a consistency. Like every 1 second, every 2 second, the drop used to hit like it used to hit that particular stone. After a long time, that stone got a hole in that due to that particular drop. Due to that particular drop, imagine the amount of water that was being dropped on that particular stone. If we pour at one instance, we cannot make a hole on that particular place, but with a consistency, with a small amount of efforts, that drop had made a hole in that particular stone. That drop had made a hole in that particular stone. So this is what you call as a consistent type of an efforts. This is what you call as giving 100% to that particular thing. You should believe in yourself that I can do this particular thing, but you should start with a small type of things. You should give first 5 minutes, then extend it to 10 minutes, then extend it to 15 minutes, then extend it to 25 minutes. It's up to you how you take up those things. But when you are getting motivated, you should see that you start it with a small amount of things. Don't take a big type of a task that you cannot complete within a short span of time. For an instance, like I've told you, you cannot learn piano and guitar within 1 week. It is highly impossible. Though you may learn some of the things, but you cannot play it with perfection. It needs time. Because you need to give a particular time for that particular instance to happen. So you should start with a small thing and achieve it for a long term. The next thing is you should move around. Whenever you are getting demotivated or whenever you are feeling down, जब भी आप feel down कर रहे हैं, like when if at all if you are feeling down, get out of the place and roam around and observe the nature and observe other people how they are struggling for a thing. For an example, if at all if you are feeling down, go out on the street and see how the local vendors are striving for their bread and butter. Go and see how rickshaw pullers are striving for their lives. Go and see how the shopkeeper is maintaining their shops. Go and see how different people are managing their life. Then you will come to know your problem is very small when compared to their problem, and you will think and you will feel I am very much blessed, and at that instance you will get motivated for doing a better job. And also I say getting demotivated is a key to quick success. If at all if you are getting demotivated, it means you will achieve success very quickly. Why? Because the moment you get demotivated, you will put more efforts. You will put more efforts to get that thing completed, or you will put more type of intentions and more type of time to that particular thing, by which you can achieve that thing in a better way. So the next thing that you need to have is you need to have a zeal of doing new things. You should keep in mind that I need to do this thing at this particular time. I need to do this. I need to do this. If at all, if this is poking in your mind, if at all this is the itch that you are having, then you are going to achieve these things in a very well mannered way, or you are going to achieve this particular thing in the best of the way you can. In the best of the way you can, like a small droplet of water can make a hole in the stone, like a small drop of water can make a hole in the stone. With your small efforts you can achieve a lot more things in your life and in your career. There will be a lot of demotivations in your life. Nobody on this face of earth doesn't have a problem. Everyone has their own problem and their own level of problem. See, once a wise man said, if at all if you're feeling like he's told a small story, imaginary story, that there were two friends who were having a problem, and they thought that the other person's problem is very small. My problem is only big. So what the God has done is like like he has exchanged both of their problems. He have exchanged both of their problems, and they were facing the problem for the next 1 day, and at the end of the day they said my problem was very small when compared to others problem. My problem was very small when compared to the other one's problem. So everyone's problem is big at their own way. Other people think that they are not having a problem, but the only thing is you should not get demotivated. You should have a strong reason to overcome it. And also there is a thing like there is no lock without a key. There is no lock without a key, and you should find that particular key. You should find that particular key, and you should find the ways to find that particular key. It's not easy to get resolved a problem. It takes time, it takes efforts, it takes some of the energy, but you should be very much patient, and you should be motivating yourself to complete that task. If at all, like, you see different things on internet and on web, that how people have achieved a lot of things, how people have achieved a lot of things in their lives with small efforts, you should learn the lessons from them. You should learn the lessons from them, like how they are getting the things. And I'll give you a small example of our Indian cricket player. You know about Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar has failed in his 10th class examination, but he has built up himself in such a way that you will read about Sachin Tendulkar in 9th, 10th class textbooks. So he has made himself in such a way that he has achieved that particular thing, so that the people are learning about him. People are thinking about them. They are giving motivation to others. So you should be very much motivated yourself, and you should have an itch of doing the things. You should have an itch, you should have an intention that I will do this particular thing, I will do this particular thing. And the biggest reason why you will be getting demotivated is the fear of loss. Is the fear of loss. The moment you think that I cannot do this particular thing, the moment you got feared is the moment you have lost that particular thing. To eradicate that thing from yourself, you should have a deconstruct of your fear. You should deconstruct your fear. You should find alternative ways how I can do this particular thing in a different way. How can I achieve this particular thing in a different manner? For an instance, I'll tell you, as we all are students, as we are into education thing, as we are into different job opportunities, we'll be having a strain that I will get failed in this particular examination. I cannot do this particular job. I cannot complete this task at this particular time. That fear which pokes up you, you should give a handshake to it and say, I will try to, do this particular thing on this particular day, though I may fail. Though I may fail. See, if at all if you're getting a fear, it means you already have lost. If at all if you're giving a try, there might be a chance that you can complete the task before that time. Anyhow, like if at all if you're giving up, you will get failed. But if at all if you're giving another try, there is a chance that you can do that particular thing. You can do that particular thing. And to keep this motivation continued, you should have a partner. Partner in the sense that partner can be a mobile phone, that partner can be a paper on which you will be writing things, that partner can be your friend, that partner can be your parent, that partner can be your any of the close relatives. It can be anyone. It can be anyone which can remind you that you need to do this particular task, you have to do this particular thing, you need to achieve this particular thing, you have to do this particular task. So you should have a partner who will help you in this task or in this motivation type of a thing. And the next one is, like, when you start with the day, you should think that I need to do this particular task in this particular time, and these are the things to do. This thing I need to do in this particular day, and you are planning in this way. Then there is a chance that you are on a particular right path to achieve that particular thing. So you should remember this particular thing in your life, that a good start of your day may land you at a better place. And there is a motivation and there is a quote which says, if you are failing to plan, then you are planning to fail. I repeat, if you are failing to plan, then you are planning to fail. So this is the thing that you should remember. You should plan everything, whether it may land you to a different place, but the thing should be planned. The alternative should be planned. If at all plan A doesn't work, there is plan B. If at all there is no plan B, there are more 24 letters. There are more 24 letters that you can have. But the only thing is that which path you select and which of the things that you select is up to you and is up to us how we make that particular thing. And the next one is the most important thing to get motivated is to read books. That books can be motivational books, that books can be inspirational books, that books can be the diaries that you have written previously, that books can be a biography of anyone. But the more you will read, the more you will know. The more you will read, the more knowledge you will have. The more you will read, the more patient you will become. The more you will read, the more you can understand the problem and resolve that particular problem. So you should make an habit of reading to get motivated. To get motivated at every part of the life, you should have a habit of reading. Reading in the sense that reading can be anything. It can be a book, as I've told you, it can be a diary, it can be a previous note that you have prepared for yourself. That will motivate you to do a better thing. So the next one is like, you should be very much careful when dealing with your small problems. See, humans can deal with big problems with their own, but dealing with the small problems will create problems for them. Like, small problems can create a bigger problem, and humans can tolerate bigger problems but he cannot resolve smaller problems. So he should be very much aware, उसको मालूम होना चाहिए कि उसको अपनी लाइफ में छोटे प्रॉब्लम कैसे सॉल्व करना है. You should be perfect at little things so that you can resolve bigger things. You can resolve bigger things. And the last thing I'll say, and I'll complete my words, is जब भी आप ये महसूस कर रहे हैं कि यू आर गेटिंग डीमोटिवेटेड, आप ये समझते हैं कि आप डीमोटिवेट फील कर रहे हैं, गो एंड सिट बिसाइड योर पेरेंट्स, वॉच देम, like see them how they are working, how they are cooking, like how your mother is cooking, how your father is working, how your sisters are doing these things. You should observe them and you will feel motivated for their particular things. If at all, if it is not motivating you, you can speak to your mother, you can speak to your father, stating that I am facing this and this problem, how can I resolve it, how can I resolve it. There is a proverb in Hindi or in Urdu which says, बड़ा झाड़ अगर फल ना दे तो कम से कम साया ज़रूर देता है. It means the older tree or the bigger tree, if at all if it is not giving the fruits, it will give you the shadow. It will give you the shadow. It means there is your parents or your elders or your well-wishers are always there to guide you on a particular path, how you will achieve those things, how you are going to achieve those particular tasks or achieve those things. They will tell you a newer idea based on their experiences. एक मैं आपको छोटी सी कहानी मैं आपको बताता हूँ जो मैंने इंटरनेट पर सुनी थी. वो ये है कि बड़े लोगों का हमारे साथ होना कितना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है और उनका एक्सपीरियंस कितना मैटर करता है हमारे लिए. कहानी कुछ इस तरीके से है कि एक दूल्हा एक दुल्हन दो अलग अलग गांव से होते हैं. उनकी शादी उनकी शादी तय हो जाती है ना. दूल्हा दुल्हन को लेने के लिए उसके गांव जाता है, तो वहाँ दुल्हन को एंटर अगर उस दूसरे विलेज में करना है तो उसको एक शर्त रखी जाती है, उसको एक कंडीशन ये रखी जाती है कि ये दोनों गांव के बीच में एक नदी बह रही है. इस नदी में पानी के बजाय दूध बहाओ, तभी हम हमारी दुल्हन को आपको देंगे, जो दुल्हन है आपको देंगे. अब दूल्हा परेशान कि अब कैसे रिजॉल्व करें, उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या करना है. तो उस दूल्हे के लोगों में एक ज़ईफ, देयर वाज एन ओल्ड मैन. दे टोल्ड द प्रॉब्लम, लाइक दिस इज़ द प्रॉब्लम. ये वो बोले कि ये हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम है. तो उस ओल्डर आदमी ने कहा कि दिस इज़ वेरी सिंपल प्रॉब्लम. जबकि इस दूल्हे को लग रहा है कितनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है ये, अरे पानी को क्या से हटाकर दूध कैसे बहाएं, वो सोच रहा है. लेकिन इस बूढ़े आदमी ने कहा कि इतनी छोटी सी प्रॉब्लम है. उनसे ये कहो कि उस जो बीच में जो नदी है उसको खाली कराओ पानी से, हम दूध बहाएंगे. उनसे कहो कि उन पानी को खाली कराओ, हम दूध बहाएंगे. तो इस तरीके से जो ओल्ड एज लोग होते हैं उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस का भरमार होता है. दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस, दे हैव देयर ओन experiences of lives. If at all if you listen to their experiences, then you will think your problems are nothing in front of them, how they have struggled with their life and how they have achieved different things in their life. So if at all if you are getting demotivated, go and sit with the parents or elderly people and listen to them. Like, if at all if you are listening to them, there are two things that you will achieve. The first thing is the experience of them, and the second thing is the patience. Why? Because elderly people cannot speak quickly or they cannot speak very fast, they will take long pause. वो लोग कई कई देर तक खामोश रह के कोई चीज़ बोलते हैं. तो at this instance of time you should be very much motivated for them. So you should take a task of following those things. So I hope you understood something from today's session. If at all, if you have any doubt with reference to this particular thing, please let me know in the comments. That's all for now. See you in the another talk, and have a great day. Thank you.